I'll just press record. It should be recording your end. It should have a prompt your end as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, brilliant. So this is Serena, one of my clients who's kindly agreed to answer some questions. It's always better coming from you guys rather than me, so you can explain to people kind of how you've found it, Serena, and yeah. So what we'll do is, if I've got some frequently asked questions. So first one then is, how is it any different to what you've done before? So what type of things have you tried in the past, Serena?
I've tried Slimming World and Weight Watchers, a few books. Yeah, quite a lot really, but none of them have worked.
Yeah, okay. So if you are to explain to someone how this approach is different, because people are worried, about investing in themselves. So how would you say that it's different compared to what you've tried in the past?
I was one of those worried about thinking, oh, what if it doesn't work for me? I just feel really comfortable going to a class. You sat there, celebrating a loss, and if you have a gain, you sort of questioned on how you've gained the weight. It's quite demoralizing, sort of sat in a class and made you feel bad if you've gained. Where with you, I'll explain to you where my week has been, how I've been going, and I don't feel nervous or anxious, where I'd sort of starve myself for the whole day because I'd go to an evening class, drink loads of water, try and weigh as much as I could, and then end up feeling ill in the night and overeating, which obviously wasn't doing my body any good. But with you, I look forward to my weekly sessions. I'm fine and everything. Oh my God, what's she going to say? And it's just, you give a whole different approach. And I know I can ask you any questions. I'm not going to be made to feel stupid about it. So it's just a far more relaxed approach, just more personal. Yeah, I'd recommend it to anyone. If you've got any doubts, I'd just say go for it. It'll be the best thing you do.
Okay. All right. So in terms of, like, I know with dieting clubs, Serena, there's lots of rules, isn't there, and kind of points and sins. So can you explain, like, how the approach that we use is different to that?
Nothing's restricted. I don't have to weigh anything out. I don't feel under pressure to eat certain food groups. I was worried because I've got a fussy eater home here, that I'd be cooking 3 different meals for everybody, but it's not like that. It's really, really easy. Just read everything that's sent to you, and you'll just all click, because I'm a bit of a worrier. I bombarded you with loads of questions and panicking, but once, like you said, once you've got it, once you've read it, you get it. And it's true, you do get it. And it's just brilliant. And I was a bit skeptical about logging on my Fitness Pal, but I love doing it every night. And I'll just do my lunchtime things, try and do it as I go for each meal. But sometimes I end up just doing it in the night. It just fits in. It's great. So yeah.
Okay, brilliant. What else can I ask? So one common question that I think people are kind of worried about is, how do you know it's going to work for you? So how would you answer that for anyone who might have that concern?
Yeah, I had that concern. You just need to sort of get your head around, if you've never sort of been planning for your food, tea times. I've always done that, but I found I used to snack really badly in the nights on all the things that were really, you shouldn't be doing. So I think as long as you're in with a mindset that, you can eat anything, but you do need to sort of plan breakfast, dinner and tea, and it'll just click after a week. It'll be great. So as long as you're not thinking that it can all just be given to you. You do need to do part of the planning as well. But the booklet you've given, there's lots of meal ideas and everything in there. And you can adjust them to how, you know, if you don't like certain things, you can adjust them. So yeah, I just think just as long as you read everything, you'll be fine. You just need to, and be focused as well. You need to give yourself sort of focus on a bit of me time, I think, because mums tend to just put everybody else first, and then you sort of forget about yourself. So I think as long as you give yourself, we can all give ourselves 5-10 minutes a day just to think, right, okay, we'll have this, we'll have that, and just focus on yourself for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Let me see. Okay, do you feel like it's been a sustainable approach for you as well, Serena, that you can kind of maintain the results?
Yeah, definitely. Because normally when we go out sort of like on the weekend, if we were hungry, we just call anyway and just grab something. I'm more mindful, and I know something that I can grab on the go, which is healthier for me. And it's put me in a bit of a better mindset, where before I panic if I was going out for a meal thinking, oh, I don't know what I'm going to be able to eat, but I know I can eat anything because I factored that into my life. And life is about enjoying yourself. It's not about constantly counting calories or how much pasta you can have in a day. It's not as though you've got to count points or sins. You just got to be thoughtful. Obviously, if you're going to be going out every day, you're not going to lose the weight. So you just need to be a bit more thoughtful with how you approach things, you know, as in go out for a meal, but you haven't got to go out every day and have takeaway. You can actually cook for yourself. And then think about having something on the weekend.
Yeah. Okay. And in terms of like, you know, people are worried that they're going to have to put their life on hold and they're not going to be able to have meals out and takeaways and things like that. So can you like tell people about your experience with that, Serena?
Oh, yeah, I was one of those, because generally I like to sort of on a Friday, Saturday night have, we'd normally have a takeaway or go out for a meal, but I tend to look for meals that I really like one of the recipes you sent, and that's become our staple. Is lovely. And with going out, I'm going out for Sunday lunch, but I'm not panicking thinking, oh my God, how many calories is going to be in this? It's just go out for lunch, log it down, job done. And I think the more you stress about it, the more it affects your weight loss as well. So if I have a gain because it's time of the month, I'm not bothered about it because I know something called the whoosh effect is going to happen and I'll be fine. So yeah, I'm still going out. I celebrated my birthday, I've celebrated my husband's birthday, and I've still managed to lose weight. So I'm happy.
Yeah. So life doesn't stop just because you're losing weight.
No, definitely no.
Yeah.
Before, in other circumstances, I would have not gone out. I would have been stressed. And the other thing, I would always be like angry because I was constantly thinking about food. Where now, if I'm hungry, I know where I'm going to have. And I think my husband's noticed the difference in me this time, because I think most men think, oh my God, they're on a diet, it's not going to be good. But I've been great. I haven't been moody, I haven't been angry. So yeah, it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Definitely.
Okay. Let me just see. Anything else you can think of, Serena, that we could add in? Any other questions would be useful to people to know?
No, I'm trying to think. I think
we've covered quite a lot, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, just basically, you won't regret doing this. I had a lot of questions, and it took me, I had a few personal things going on. It took me a little bit to get back to you, but it's the best thing I've done. And yeah, I'd recommend you to anyone, because you're not like a sergeant major in some of these diet clubs who tell you off or give you a sort of funny look if you've gained, or, you know, it's just, and I don't even feel bad about sending over my pictures to you, because I know only you're going to see them, but it's nice for you to say, right, yep, you've lost weight here and here, because looking at your own body, even on a photo, you can't see the difference. And with the measuring, that's been a big help as well, because like I said to you, when I looked at the inches on the tape measure, it's a lot where you've lost over your body. And I also think weighing every day gives you a better mindset, because before I'd weigh every day, but I'd be stressed out stepping on the scales, where now I weigh every day and I can sort of tell if I'm going to have a good or bad day, because this week is time of the month, so I know I've gained a little few pounds, but I know next week is going to be gone. So I just think, just give yourself the time, invest in it, and you won't look back. And I think, you know, you'll be really happy.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for doing that, Serena. It's a massive help, always coming from you guys rather than me. And yeah, you know, it helps other people who are quite stressed and worried, because, you know, dieting really does affect people, and
it does,
you know, from yourself. So what you're doing is helping other people as well by doing this, so as well as myself. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
That's okay, because it's a big thing, for obviously for people wanting to sort of lose weight, and you've got so many gimmicks out there with people say, and especially now, I think, like, I'm 46, and I have gained weight and everything, and I know I'm heading more towards menopause than anything, but it's a bit disheartening when you're trying loads of things and you just can't seem to shift anything. And, you know, I was sort of skeptical, thinking, oh my God, is this going to work? But it's been fine and I've loved it. And I just think, well, I wish I'd done it a year sooner now, but I didn't find you then. Found you on Facebook, but I don't know. Oh, I was looking for personal trainers and you come up. And I was like, oh, right, okay. Oh, this is near in Caerphilly, great. But yeah, I just think hopefully I would have helped you and helped other people to think, right, yeah, let's just go for it, because it is a big thing. But and I suppose coming from somebody who's doing it does help then, doesn't it, as well? So,
yeah, it really does. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. It's
that's okay.
massive help. It really is.
Yeah, I know what it's like. It's hard work as well, being self-employed, because, you know, James is self-employed and you just, I don't know, people think, I think if you're self-employed, oh yeah, it's really easy. It's not, because you don't get paid holiday pay, sick pay. Like today he's gone into work, but if he didn't go in, he doesn't get any money. And, you know, people are under the impression that if you're self-employed, you've got it all, but it is a lot harder work than being employed. I know that for a fact. So yeah, I wish
It
you all the
is.
best.
You know yourselves. It is difficult. I'll just stop the recording.